I don't know. That clap was bullshit, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wildly uninteresting podcast. Episode number 1. Damn, is it 113?
Yes,
at this point? Well, welcome back to the Wildly Uninteresting podcast. Episode 113. It's great to be back for this week.
Hey.
And back to just the three of us. That's cool.
Yeah, fuck a guest.
We can, and I don't have to worry about being judged. I always worry about being judged. I think that's insecurity, isn't it? Is that insecurity? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
It's only insecurity if it's baseless.
Oh, so what are you trying to say?
No, it's cool, man.
No, welcome back to the show. Something that I want to bring up, but I want to know where the source come from. The person on the internet that said something about aliens were going to present themselves July 18th. Today's that day.
That's
by
the
way.
day.
Today's the day.
I set myself a reminder. It says, "Have they presented themselves yet?" They have not.
No, but where does it come from? Where does it stem from so that I can talk shit about it? But I got to know where it comes from first.
Oh, it's a dude on Reddit who just swears that he was supposedly abducted a lot. And
A lot.
I didn't read the whole post, so it could have been like twice, but I feel like once is sufficient.
Yeah, you get punched in the face at a bank twice.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a whole
Definitely.
Fill
lot.
me up, please.
Yeah, for sure.
Give me some juice, buddy.
That's,
All right.
got that juice.
Yeah,
No,
he just claims to know what's going to happen.
So I'll put it this way. So me, I'm one of those people that I'm like, I don't really trust anything because somebody's like, oh, the world's going to end 2012 or whatever, July or December 12th, 2012, shit like that. Kind of along the same lines, right? But there was a big portion of me that was so hopeful that, and I don't know if it was so much the alien aspect of it and them presenting themselves or whatever, or if it was just something to get me away from the hatred that I have for the world in general and the things going in the system, right?
Yeah.
And you gave me something to look forward to.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, July 18th's coming up. If they present themselves, the system doesn't mean a fucking thing. Mm-hmm. So I was hopeful, right?
Unless they've established the system.
Oh, unless the
seriously.
aliens.
Your overlords are here, bitch.
And our system's worse than this one.
They're like, the pre-program is capitalism.
Try slaving away with a dick in your ass.
Yeah,
Sounds
even
terrible.
better.
Yeah.
I'm pretty okay with that though, because I feel like I've had a dick in my ass for the last 31 years. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know when you feel like you've been fucked? Kind of like when you get drunk as shit and you wake up and your asshole hurts a little bit. Like that.
So every day.
Because you're living in the mad real world house.
That's how I felt for the last 31 years. Straight out of the womb, I was just like, this is fucked. This is completely fucked.
But ironically, the time you didn't feel fucked was when you were in the pen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
there's
oddly
order
enough.
in here.
Pretty
He
safe. This
practiced
makes
self-defense there.
I just was able to do the fucking there. You know when the roles reverse, it's so good.
Sometimes you just flex on them and it's all good.
Look at these.
But I think, so then I was like, okay, if my mental does that to me, right, where I look forward to something of this sort that was clearly like pretty much baseless. It's all baseless if it's not based in actual physical fact.
Yeah, it's not like he's been doing research and was like, this is the day.
He may have been taken many times.
Yeah.
And maybe
Oh, yeah.
they told him, we're going to show up on July 18th. But maybe they were fucking with him because they don't like him.
Yeah, dude,
It's
seriously.
also a possibility just to throw you off the track.
But
Get another
also-
wild man out there.
It's only 5 o'clock. The 18th is not over. We have 7
No,
hours
that's
left.
true.
It could still happen.
Yeah.
7 hours is a good chunk of time.
Noon wasn't that long ago in California.
No.
I feel like once this comes out, it's going to be irrelevant. But
It's never irrelevant.
it's totally not.
Not to me, anyway.
No,
Fuck everyone else.
I still look forward to that, but I think still in the same sense as I look forward to it in the hope that if it does present itself, almost the same way with like, so it would shut Christianity down almost instantly, right? If you had aliens come in and do their thing, like Christianity really wouldn't have a pot to piss
Because then
in.
you would have people that look back at the old art and they're like, see, we had fire in the sky. We
Yeah.
knew they were here.
Yeah.
They
We're
were
just too
kinda, like,
stupid to
form it.
interpret it that way.
Yeah.
But so it draws the same line of like the Q people and believing that they keep moving the date up and stuff like that. And now I kind of like I'm stepping back into myself like I think I get it. I think I get where that yearning for something different or something to look forward to, knowing it's going to be better just on the other side of that wall or that hill. It's going to get better.
Yeah,
It's going
plus
to be
it's
better.
extraordinary, and it's assumed that they'll save us.
Yeah. They'll save
So
us
much
from
better than just
ourselves.
normal saving of yourself.
Yeah, dude.
I don't have to do anything. Just be here on the 18th.
Guess I'm gonna save some money.
But it's just it's a weird thought, knowing that like I get what that wanting is now that they want,
Absolutely.
right? For real.
like-
I would want it shut down.
With the 2012 shit, like I wanted
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I was pumped. I was like, hell yeah, dude.
I
Let's
was
get it
actually
going.
a little bit nervous that day. I
Yeah?
remember.
I think we all
yeah, like, oh, what if it does happen? It totally could.
What about the 2K? Not 2K. What was it?
Y2K.
Y2K. There
Yeah.
you go. I was there. It's been so
2KY.
long.
Not what 2K, why 2K?
That's I
Look
was
at
in
you.
Yeah.
for the December 12th, 2012 thing. I was in prison, and I was nervous on that day because I thought the leading up to it, because I was like, I want to watch the ball drop. I was like, because if some fucked up shit happens, it's gonna happen there. Let's just face it, right? And there was people that wanted to watch like westerns because I was in this backwoods Class D facility waiting to go.
Barron County.
Yeah, Barron County, waiting to go to prison. And they were like, we just want to watch westerns. Who wants to watch things that you can't be a part of? And I'm like, this guy. Like, who wouldn't want to see a ball drop?
Are you in the Wild West now?
Well,
Yeah.
and
Who
you
the fuck are
watching
you?
it is you being a part of it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how.
Spreading the love.
Yeah, dude. That's why we have like technology and stuff, is so everyone can be a part of it. That's not like why. Like that's the government created it so everyone can be included.
But leading up to that, like I was very nervous, not nervous, more pissed off. I was like, look where my life choices got
Gonna
me.
die in
I'm gonna-
fucking prison.
Yeah, if there's a flood or if there's an asteroid or something weird like that, I can't save myself.
Yeah, but what if that shit just happens to put a crack in the wall?
I
You
know,
can-
that's
you
another
can scurry
thing.
out.
Yeah, I bet that's what a lot of prisoners were hoping
Yeah.
for. Like they're just hoping for a crack in the wall.
There's a crack in the wall, boys. Pull it apart. Everybody scurry.
You know, there's a study done that
Scatter.
1% of the population on the world, or like the 1% of America or 1% of Europe or whatever, if 1% of America band together
Right.
and wanted to like overthrow their government, did you know that there's studies done that is extremely possible? All you have to do is have 1% of the population get on board with it and make a full frontal attack.
Yeah, but we would also need planes and nukes, as we've been told.
Do you think
can
the
get that
government
for
would
you.
nuke themselves in order to
No.
fix things?
They would just come in with fighter jets and fire bombs. They're not nuking anybody.
I think that's where people get it wrong. It's like they're like, well, we could, but can you though? Because like they'll let you protest and do your thing.
I
But
feel like they would maybe nuke California.
They might as well.
they need to,
Yeah.
man.
See?
Yeah.
Yes, I was watching another thing that was saying that like California is really the trailblazer in American progression, right? And what they've done with their moral laws.
Except in the early days when they weren't a state.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
But what they did with their moral laws, saying that you couldn't lock somebody up for being homeless and stuff like that. Well, now they've progressed into a place where people are shooting up and smoking meth openly in front of like kids and families. They're shitting on the side of the road. They're pissing right there in public. I mean, dick out.
You can do
kids
like
walking
anything you
by.
want. Yeah.
Oh,
This is why we carry around a hose everywhere, Jimmy.
dude,
Right.
they're like having that's a fucking epidemic over there. Is shit in the streets, piss in the streets, and not only that,
It's like France in
But
the
they-
20s.
they don't
Yeah.
lock people up for
the
petty
guillotines.
crimes. Like if it's anything under $900, they don't lock you up. So people are just walking into Walgreens, stealing a bunch of shit, and walking. And Walgreens
sounds
don't even call
fake.
Yeah, I
the
know.
police.
It's not. I looked
So-
it up too.
So the fix for this is to bring back the guillotines for anything
Oh,
under
for sure.
900.
It would
or
definitely be
just cut their
better.
hand off, right? Like that's
Yeah.
if you steal, then you get the hand.
You should let them pick the body part they put in the guillotine.
Yes.
Yeah, you
even
can
better.
pick.
Because like somebody's definitely be like, I'll do my toes now, and then they'll steal again. All right, you can get a finger or two.
Look, it's funny you thought
like,
of toes. I imagined it as like halfway up my shin. Like I didn't think about just take the toes
Yeah,
off.
It's an
Well,
appendage,
I
right?
feel like you
Yeah.
would have to take at least 2 toes just to be fair about it. Because I
Okay.
mean, if
It
you
would
could,
throw you off balance.
that's like
a little
that's
bit.
like 20 crimes if you don't do that. It's like you can just do whatever the fuck
Yeah.
you want 20 times.
That's a
You wouldn't be able to
lot.
pick anything up though, I guess.
By like
You
the
just get-
15th time.
No,
Like,
you.
shit,
I'm
you
sure you
definitely
would have
can't run
adjusted by
away.
then.
You
I
ever
just
watch that
grab it
movie,
with that.
Roots? Is it Roots? Kunta Kinte, they cut his
Oh,
toe.
roots, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Toby.
either all his toes in the front or it's his big toe, and he can't. It makes it to where they can't run.
I
They're
thought you
fucked
said.
up.
I thought you said roos. I was like, I don't know what that
No,
is.
roots with a T.
But yeah, that is fucked up. It's
Yeah,
real fucked.
if you cut your big toe off, it makes it very, very hard to run because your balance is thrown off.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. The
So you
ball
just
of your
jam a
foot.
big spoon in the hole.
Oh God, what's wrong with you?
Tape it
oh my
on there,
God,
fucking-
Be
it hurts.
drunk when you do it.
I don't think it
Way
would matter.
drunk.
I'm sober and nothing's happening to me, and it hurts.
I still can't walk, and
Oh my God.
I can swim in ice cream now, though.
But
Yes. And enjoy
if-
a nice snack at the
if
same
we
time.
if we stay on the same path that we've always stayed on, right? And California's way of living spreads, like a
gonna be
lot of
fucking
people believe that
chaos.
it's going to because we're getting softer with crime and with locking people up, shit like that. Homelessness, we're getting softer on. Do you think?
Not unless you're black or Mexican.
Okay,
Right?
Cracking the whip.
Oh shit.
Can you imagine if the whole world's just shooting up, smoking meth, shitting and pissing, and
I'll
stealing
definitely
from
start
motherfuckers?
shooting dope again. I mean,
Oh, I would have a stockpile of weapons.
oh, that too.
Yeah, I'd be dressed in chainmail, you know.
I've always wanted chainmail.
Yeah.
Leather and chainmail.
Leather's just for fun.
Yeah, that's just it's the fun side of
Because
things.
I'm just expressing myself. This is how I do it.
Yeah, no, that it's creepy, man, because you have a lot of law enforcement and lawmakers that are getting nervous, and really all they want is to be reelected next year. So they're going to try to bide their time, and as long as it doesn't affect their way of life, they'll move policies like that, right? California is struggling, and their people are struggling. Not only that, but their business owners, like smaller business owners, I mean, people are just coming in, so they have to defend themselves, take their own weapons to work, shit like that. But
Or
you
just
shouldn't have
leave
to
them
do
there.
that. Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
you fucking leave it, not pack them every day.
Just leave it there.
Grab the backpack full of shotguns. We're going to work.
Leave the backpack.
Do they have small nukes?
Small. No, I don't know if you could. I don't know if you could make a small nuke.
Yeah, like could I just bomb one city and maybe like the surrounding 10 around it are impacted, but not a
I feel
large.
like you could.
Yeah.
I think the area of play is like negative and positive 10%, right? So, I
Yeah.
mean, the window of destruction are.
Is that like saying like plus or minus 10%? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Because it took me a second.
My
I was like,
bad.
whoa,
Yeah, I
whoa,
probably
whoa,
said it
whoa.
weird. But
If
I
it
mean,
goes wrong, will it suck the city into itself?
and
I
not
didn't
by
even
10%.
notice.
It's like a factor of 10. My fault. So, by
Yeah.
a factor of 10, negative or positive. So there's no way to really tell how uranium is gonna act.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how that works, but creating a
Wait.
small one, you might go like way under budget and
fuck! What
kill one
episode is
person.
this?
113.
Okay, I told Dr. Sex Woods he could be on 115.
But
this
why
was
not
like-
114?
This was like 10, 12 weeks ago.
Okay. He probably remembers.
But yeah, he
Yeah.
does. What else does he have to live for?
Yes,
But I was
only
thinking,
this podcast every 3 months.
He's the guy to ask about like the mini nukes
Oh,
he's
okay.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and he's done work with the government.
He's
and
done stuff.
What's the what do they
Even
do
if
to
he's
the?
wrong, it'll be entertaining. so.
Yeah.
They don't mine the uranium. Of course, you have to mine it, but they do something to it. It's that's
they
what.
touch it?
No, they put it in a machine and they
yes, it's,
they try to make it stable. I forget
Oh.
what they call it though.
Huh.
Yeah,
Anybody
we
out
hacked
there
it.
knows, give us a call.
Didn't we hack Iran's or some shit? Or we didn't do it, but somebody did it, and we shut it down for a window of time so that it would all
Yeah, I can't
become
remember.
inactive.
Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, but
I
anyways,
don't know
that,
how to look that up.
right? And
Uh,
I would like to ask Sex Slaves just for the reply on it for sure. But I don't know, man. Like you could fucking do that, and like I'm sure that your government would fight back. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people won't gather together because they think there's no hope in changing, but in reality, that's another spoon-fed reality that they've given us, is that there's no hope. Why would you try when everybody else is just fucking up? I think everybody's
I mean,
mad.
I feel like the people in the government, even though they're corrupt as shit, they're still smarter than the majority of the public.
Yeah.
So
Singularly
really
and
be-
as a group, I
yes.
think. Yeah.
So would it really be that great if a mob overthrew the government and we're like, we're gonna do this now?
absolutely not. Yeah, I hate it immediately.
It's like,
Probably
great, we're
because-
misguided and violent.
Because it would probably be worse off, like, at least your government weighs options and, like, yes, you're sought as, like, a human collateral, so to speak.
Like we'll enslave the country, but in
Yeah.
300 years.
Right.
Yeah.
At least they're at least trying to make it where you can survive, you can have AC, you can be comfortable. Just fucking get on the hamster wheel, and
I feel
we'll
like
let you
the
do it.
mob that overthrew the government, the only thing they would worry about is the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Like, everything else, throw it out.
Yeah.
And,
It's
and
all
not,
bullshit.
and not paying taxes. So, like, we'd get nothing done.
Yeah.
Nothing. Because they'd be like, that's taxation.
It'd be 1,000 times worse than California.
Yeah.
It would be California crumbling to the ground. Literally shit everywhere.
Did you guys see the shit where NASA said that like the moon is gonna wobble?
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
dude.
Yeah, dude. We're like for the first few years, it's not gonna be any big deal. The water's gonna kind of rise a little bit.
Yeah.
But in the mid 2030s, like the top, like the coasts and shit,
Yeah.
flooding.
Dude,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
On top of the fact that you have global warming and glaciers melting,
Yeah.
so there's going to be 10 times that, probably.
Wow.
And it's
Yeah,
like
man.
reputable news sources. It's like officially NASA said that.
Yeah.
It's not like,
Yeah.
oh, this is on above top secret. The fucking moon wobbles. No.
Well, if you look back through history, even
What a weird thing.
Leonardo da Vinci, right? He wrote and talked about, and in his art, it was very prevalent about a water disaster. I'll call it that, right?
Yeah.
An epic water disaster. But he saw a lot of water disasters, a lot of floods. They didn't have the systems we do now in place to stop that kind of thing. So he saw a lot of that as a kid. But moving forward throughout history, even in the Bible, you hear of all these like water-based,
Yeah.
whether it's ice or a tsunami or whatever, these water-based floods and disasters and shit like that. So that is a very plausible, like that's probably going to happen.
Yeah, and then the idea of
Soon.
Atlantis, getting taken out.
Yeah,
So,
without a doubt.
do you know why the moon's going to wobble?
No.
I'd love to know because
I assume because it's an alien base. And they're doing
you're
it
trying not to
intentionally.
smile.
But
Jesus.
I was watching a thing
So
that it was like categorizing, and it only said 4 things. One was like a solar storm that threw out a flare that knocked out shit. One was EMPs from another force. One was a lot of it had to do with like us EMPs and shit. And one
Yeah.
was an asteroid and shit that
pee
would
that
shut
much.
down like 5 of the main power distribution plants, right? If 5 out of like the multiple thousands that we have, if 5 of these critical ones were taken out, it would leave a lot of us pretty much dead within 30 days because we wouldn't be able to move and shit. But they give you 4 out of 1,000 and something, right? That could happen. So in general, when you wake up every morning, there's quite literally a million things that could take you and everybody else out.
Yeah.
So do you worry about it?
No, absolutely not. If it happens,
Yeah.
fuck it. No.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. I do think I have a few things to say, and I'll probably forget them. We need to get diving equipment because the water is definitely going to take us out, and at least we'd have an oxygen tank for a little while and a way to swim a little better. We need to do that. That would be awesome.
That's yeah.
See, I told you.
I feel like water collection would probably be another major, even if you didn't have food so much, because you could get by, not saying it'd be great, but you can get by on like eating
Yeah.
insects, grass, stuff. You could get by
Cats.
eating fucking shit,
People.
right? Water is one of the things that you can't get away from, and that is actually becoming a scarce resource, like very quickly. I mean, in the world time period, you know what I mean?
Well, and having it easily accessible and clean is
Clean,
a
yeah.
big problem.
Because it's not.
We need to evolve ourselves to where we can drink salt water. And then once the tide starts to rise, we all just get to drinking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are far from that.
Gulp. Gulp.
That's they put out this news story about New Zealand. How you say that?
Zealand.
New Zealand. I'll say it
Zealand,
like
yeah.
that. Okay, cool. But they put on this like the cleanest environment, whatever. They portray this, but apparently in their back county, like their countryside, right? Not the mountains and all that shit where the snow falls and the lakes and rivers look pristine and blue. Apparently, once it gets down in the valleys, because they transferred from like sheep herding and shit like that to agriculture and dairy farming, right? Which shouldn't be on the land. The land isn't viable for that. So what they did was pumped a bunch of nutrients into this land
Sure.
to do that. Well, man, I mean, they got algae buildups like crazy. All the nitrogen
Shocking.
is flowing into these riverways. All the waste from, all the cows and
Yeah.
shit like that is so polluted that in New Zealand, you can't go swimming in their lakes or rivers because of that,
Yeah.
right?
That's gross.
Last night, Couch was just telling me how easy it is to like immigrate there,
Yeah.
and now I see why.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's real. I mean, all you have to do is show up, basically.
Yeah, and we'll see. So that's every waterway everywhere. Unless you're on top of a mountain where the snow is melting and you're right there at the source, right? Then you could probably drink it and be safe. But in general, most of your countryside waterways are Ohio River for that matter, is super polluted until they treat it. And then, if that wasn't there, we'd all be fucking dead. But,
Or mutated.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, that
Which
might
would be
neat.
fucking cool.
Yeah. It'd be pretty cool.
But, they put these restrictions on
Cronenberg.
dairy farmers, and they were like, well, you can't do as much as you did before, and they put a cap on the nitrogen they could pump into the soil and all that. And they're freaking out. They're like, we can't fucking, work like normal on these guidelines and stuff like that. Well, that's the basis for it, because your normal
change your
is
shit.
fucking the land up.
Yeah.
So, and that's why it's so hard to get away from the norm or the status quo. But in general, like, we're all going to have to get very uncomfortable really quick, especially if the moon starts wobbling. Who the fuck can, like, even fathom that, right?
I didn't read something the other day about.
You didn't read
I
it?
didn't read it. Yeah, I haven't opened so I can read it. And the other day, it's been like 2 weeks, and I just haven't. But it was something about the Earth's poles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that could have something to do with it?
I think so, yeah, because...
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's it, man.
Oh,
He's
That's all I
just-
got. I
that's
don't
it.
know.
Yeah,
No need
because
to
we go
embellish.
through... Because the Earth wobbles through periods of time, and I think the North Pole always points at a certain star, and we're in the age of Aquarius, and it's going to be whatever. Maybe that's the one we're headed into. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like as we wobble, the moon would throw the moon off. Maybe that's why, because we're coming up on an axis shift, and then the moon has to adjust.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what's going on.
I can't wait to read about that. It's going to be wonderful.
Yeah, but and I've seen the article and read it, but you know, to somebody who doesn't study astronomy or space
Yeah.
or
That's the only reason I don't read a lot of the stuff from NASA is because I don't
comprehend
understand it. I mean, I can to an extent, but not like really.
Maybe don't read their technical stuff. Just
Yeah.
read the analysis.
Yes, that's absolutely. They
like
should
analysis and summary.
The
maybe.
thing you said with the
with China.
media. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's gonna be fucking awesome. So,
How many missiles is it?
oh
Was
god,
it 25 maybe?
it might have been. We'll just say it is.
Yeah.
So there's an asteroid coming our way that's going to get uncomfortably close to us. So China's gonna send rockets Armageddon style and fucking destroy that bitch.
Because it has a
Break it up.
1 in 2,700 chance of hitting us.
Yeah.
What?
Usually it's million.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
one
it's
in millions.
1 in a
of
million
chances.
shot. You know, but no.
But still, like, I don't know. Don't you think that it's possible that if you broke it up into a bunch of pieces, that those little pieces might hit us, and a bunch of little pieces
Well,
might do some.
The big
serious
one would wipe us out.
Yeah, no, I'm
So,
saying, but a bunch of little ones
Yeah,
is just
instead of
like
like a
big one,
singular
right?
bullet to the skull, you get some,
There's
some
like a
scatter
shotgun.
shot going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said too though that they're going to do it. They have to do it within 10 years before it reaches us. So that way it has enough time to
Or you could take out Mars
right.
just as Elon sets down.
That'd be awesome. Poor little Wally's going to get taken out.
Yeah.
Our little thing. It looks just like Wally. Makes me happy.
Such a ball of joy.
It's so cute.
I like. Speaking of Wall-E, wasn't the basis for that movie about the fall of capitalism? Like,
I don't know. Maybe.
Wall-E is the only thing left. Like, he's an animatronic AI bot that's left in a destroyed planet that has like they have labels and you know, McDonald's and shit just crumbled all over. And I it's been so long since I watched it. But
I know,
it
and
has
I've
something
only
to do
seen it once, so I don't know.
with, like
Yeah.
the fall of mankind, and he's the only thing left.
Well, that
Poor
makes
Wall-E.
me even more
Walla
sad.
Walla Bing Bong.
Wally's just so precious, but definitely there's a sadness to him, which is crazy because he's not real and he's a cartoon.
Yeah, they've done that a lot though in Pixar movies and that like
Yeah.
real world stuff. Even Narnia, I think, is like Bible based. Like, you know what I mean?
That was written by C.S. Lewis, who's Bible thumping motherfucker.
Do you think that Pixar, they don't, like their drawings and stuff, because they're always sad. They always have the sadness to them, not just the storyline itself, but
underlining.
no, do you think they've got like shit in the background that we like can't see that's, what's that called? Subliminal, yeah, that's fucking with us, and that's why it's sad. Like, what if it's really not sad, but subliminally
Well, they want to tug
it's
at
making
your,
us cry?
at your emotions anyway.
But do they?
Yeah, they have to play on one of them. And I feel like for
I don't work
Pixar,
there, so I don't know.
for a Pixar movie to play on like anger would be fucked up, right?
That'd be
stuff to
awesome,
show,
though.
to show people getting murdered and raped.
These
would
people
be
are
fucked up.
different. Rape them.
I don't like Toy Story 5. It makes me mad.
Yeah, you don't want people walking around
Revenge
angry.
of Sid.
Damn, I would be fucked. He's definitely a sociopath.
He destroys every toy on the planet.
Oh, and Wally remains.
Yeah.
He just come
Poor
rolling
little
by.
Wally.
And then
Always
Buzz
the last
Lightyear
one.
kind of flickers in the distance. And him and Wally come in and kill Sid and his whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a little glimmer of hope with Buzz.
No,
Always.
but I wonder how many missiles it is. And for
Hopefully they're
China
Hiddles.
for China to take the
Yeah,
reins
I'll
on that one, that's kind of like, is it selfless? Or are they like positioning themselves?
Yeah,
They've-
yeah.
Yeah, they've actually, like, I guess, talked to other countries and they're
It's like a band together
nautical.
type thing.
Nautical? That's not the right word. What's it called?
I don't know. You got me.
Well, fuck both of you. I can't believe you.
No, but you know what I mean. Like, are they positioning themselves, or is it like a band together? Let's shoot as many
So
missiles as we
I
can.
just watched a thing earlier about
20
his,
rockets.
So close.
Close.
But it was about the 2010s, And
Oh, yeah.
it was like showing the decline of America's influence in the world. And it was like the other major superpowers of China and Russia were both rebuilding. And as America's influence dwindles, it's not coincidence that the others are finally closer to being rebuilt.
Yeah.
So it could be their flex for supremacy.
Oh, without a doubt.
Oh man, America won World War II, even though we didn't. You know, it'd be like, oh man, China saved the world from that meteor that might not have hit us.
It's a whole lot better than landing on the moon. Like, I mean, and then coming home, like collecting a couple rocks that we don't know if they're really from the moon or not.
Like they were in my backyard. We just got real special rocks.
Most of the footage was deleted from somebody that recorded over them.
Aeronautics.
Aeronautics.
There we go.
But
It's
I
driving me
would,
nuts.
I would say, yeah, we have definitely followed in our influence in the world. Like they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Not only that, but we were watching this thing about crypto, and check this out. Check this shit out.
Oh, yeah.
Lay it on me.
So you got this new stuff that's called ransomware,
Right.
put on by hackers in other countries,
Right.
mainly Russia,
Yeah.
mainly
Yeah,
China.
The shit that targeted the gas
The
line.
pipeline. Yeah. So apparently, those are the things you hear mainstream. But there's millions and millions being pumped out in crypto from water treatment plants. Of course, like J.P. Morgan was one. All these things, like they're targeting like infrastructure instead of banks, money, shit like that, and they're demanding crypto. So the government was like, we have two options, right? We can shut crypto down completely because without crypto, the hackers don't have a game to play because they don't want to get cash. You'd have to drop off big loads of they're asking for $7, $11, $12 million.
So this just gives me the impression that it's all being done by the government to kill crypto.
That's what I said.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's what she said. And also, the second option, which was fucking mind-boggling to me.
Is it the Leviathan?
No, that'd be
Yes.
awesome, though, right? They were like, well, we have this second option where the government can come in, centralize, and regulate crypto,
Aw.
all of it, not just Bitcoin and
Aw.
Ethereum, all of it, right? And the narrator was like, don't we have a word for something that is governed by the government, like that's regulated and centralized? It's called the fucking dollar. Like, so they want to step in and do to crypto what crypto was started to go against, like regulation and them to watch the money flow and what you spend it on and shit. So I think you're right. I think the government is positioning themselves. Now, given they're using something that's really happening because they've tried to contact Putin and they don't want to go round up the hackers. They're like, no,
Yeah, they were
fix your
probably
shit.
getting money out of it for
Oh,
sure.
without a doubt,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not going to
This
fuck
is
with
Russia. We are a free country.
That's-
You sounded that was perfect. How the fuck? Mine would sound British.
British.
Yeah.
For sure. That's why I was waiting
This
for
is
it to come out.
Russia.
That was good.
Oh,
That was
thank
pretty
you.
good, yeah.
It's about where it ends, I'm sure.
You did well.
We are free country.
Like an AI from Russia.
That sounds about right. Russia, we're not making fun of you. I'm just an idiot.
You know
He is
something.
too.
Yeah.
You know Sarah thinks something funny when you laugh so hard the vein in your forehead
And my
pops out.
forehead pops, yeah.
That's how I know I really made her laugh. That's how I know if my joke was actually funny or if she's just being a good wife. You know, not like, oh, you're being a good wife, not like that. But I'm just saying,
Like
like
obedient,
Yeah,
as I
I
should
don't want to
be.
be like that.
Ask permission. Is it okay if I laugh at your joke? Because I thought it was hilarious.
Not too hard. I have a headache.
Sorry.
That was a good one.
It was
But
good.
no, I mean that just plays into as much as I'm trying to step out of a person that's all cynical and down on the system because it's always gonna suck. It always has. Like we're used to that, right? I need to get away from looking to the past and having my thoughts and like anger towards the system and shit.
Look
Like
towards
fuck
the
it.
future with joy
Yeah, man.
of all the evidence that we have for feelings of joy.
Yeah.
Where people do the right thing and things go well. Stick
Yeah.
with your cynicism, buddy.
I like it in a sense because I like
Whatever you
Stoicism,
want.
where you wake up into like the worst case scenario, right? And it's good to do that because once the worst case gets here, then you can face it with more strength.
Vibrancy.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can go against it better.
You can kick its ass.
But
In the face.
the thing that
Yes.
the thing that's been fucking with me, I have a lot of friends, which they're Facebook friends, so acquaintances, I'll say. But I went to
They're
school with them or
followers.
whatever, and I know them like
Bow
personally.
down.
And a lot of them like will give me these motivational quotes. Or they're like they never were like this before, but you can tell they've been like heavy on the motivational videos.
Yeah.
Been there. I understand what's going on. You know,
Heavy on the Modi.
heavy on
Was there an eagle sound in it?
Yes.
always. They and they're like, oh yeah, making whatever the motivational things are, and I've realized that motivation is just to motivate you to play more into the system. So the more that these people who hate the system and hate the way they're being treated and hate the job that they're at because the job has treated them like a slave or of some sort,
That's
right?
just slave mentality.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the more they feed into this motivational dog shit, the more they're feeding into a system that they quote unquote don't like.
I feel like it's because they're doing it wrong. They're getting motivated to like
To
go to work on
yeah,
Monday.
work.
I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do what my boss says, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it with a good attitude instead of breaking off and doing your own thing.
and doing it, yeah. I
But
can see it for sure.
Not everybody's cut out for that, and it's probably better that most people don't do that.
I told Sarah, so because the more that we get into business owning, right, and the more I realize that we're business owners, or one business owner. Like, how do you say it? Because not businesses. Oh, yeah. So I
Yeah,
can say
business
business
owners.
owners.
You're business
Oh, okay,
owners.
cool.
Yeah.
You're not businesses owners.
Owners. That's, I was
I
like,
wish,
there's
though.
another S
Business
somewhere.
side.
But the more I
Yeah.
get into it, the more I realize it's depressing, it's lonely, it's hard, it's mentally taxing, it's all those things that you think before you jump, right? You romanticize. We've talked about that. Romanticizing what's to come, right?
Yeah.
All those things, fucking tuck them away. All the motivation you're watching, tuck that shit away.
Yeah.
It's none of those things, and it's all of those things, right? So it is good, and you can look at it with joy, but it also sucks dick, right? So don't like romanticize something just because it's not what you had, because once you get there, it's
You get a whole new set of problems.
yeah, you have more problems. So stop with this like
But
that's going to fix your problem.
It feels like at the center of your personal misery, it was there's somebody over me dictating
Yeah.
my life,
yeah.
and now you're without your biggest factor.
Yeah.
Of misery, we'll say.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt, that's
Life
my
inherently
main.
sucks until you give yourself over to Christ,
Uh,
through whom which anything is possible.
let us pray.
Yes. In the episode. Right now.
But no, I feel
But
you.
yeah, you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's it is none of those things. It's none of what you romanticize about and shit. But yeah, but you're right.
Well,
the
not
main
yet.
one, yeah, I'm sure there'll come a time of glory and shit like that, and I'm
How-
happy with the process.
How long have you had the business?
I like
2
2
years.
2.5 years.
Oh fuck!
I know.
Where does it go?
No.
Yeah, I
Which that's
know.
only double what you said. Or 1 year longer.
It's
It's not like we've been open
I mean,
15 years.
proximity
Yeah.
depending on how you look at it.
it's enjoyable in its own way, and I assume that once we move forward and it gets more comfortable as you go. You get more comfortable in the uncomfortable. But I will say that for those people who think like, oh, I fucking can get all this stuff and start a business and shit like that, it's none of those things. Like, don't romanticize it. Either you want to work for somebody or you want to work for yourself. Which one is it? I guess that's what you really have to ask yourself.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, you're working.
You're working.
Are you going to be
Yeah.
able to retire any sooner?
I think you could. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
for
so.
sure.
I mean,
Yeah. Well, I just
Means yeah.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I just want, that's a for sure thing. You get to keep more of the money, but you have to go out and make the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Instead of having that buffer of your life where it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I can, It's like,
yeah, you can't take a day off. You can't miss those calls. You have to chase the money. Shit like
I don't
that.
know.
shut the fuck up and
I
fix the
don't-
camera.
I don't
and then come
necessarily agree with everything that he said, but I mean, because you can take a day off, you just have to
Yeah.
be willing to set it in your head of, I'm not answering the phone, I'm not doing this. Like,
Exactly.
you change your voicemail to say, we're closed today. And
It's like whenever like before COVID and shit, the band we were playing like every week, sometimes 2 shows a week, and it's like we can't not play.
yeah.
That's just something you tell yourself. You can say, "Oh no, we're not gonna play this,"
Yeah, hell yeah.
And now we don't
Which-
play all the time, and it's great.
Right?
That's the same with this shit.
there are things, though, that I guess you could say technically you don't take a day off, but it's by choice. I mean, even on the weekends, I still answer phone calls and schedule stuff. But if I don't want to,
Yeah.
I'll call them the next day. It's just, are you going to or not? It's probably better for you to, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
yeah,
Don't feel trapped in it.
yeah,
And
definitely.
it's probably better too. Once you like in the starting days until you get like a customer base that calls regular, not the one and dones,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
customer base, it's a lot better. But there's huge hurdles, man. Like, and if you're not completely, it's like being in love with somebody and then just
You
infatuated.
don't have a choice.
Yeah, if you get married and shit and you're infatuated, trust me, that shit is not going to carry you through the hard times.
Right.
But if you're in love, you can struggle together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This eats ass, but let's,
No. I'm just saying we haven't got divorced yet.
right. Yeah. Paper's not finalized.
I don't
Yeah.
hate you enough.
Ain't seen enough yet.
But definitely, like when I was in the hospital, we had jobs scheduled and stuff. It was certainly, do we cancel them? Does he go? Because it's up to us to make the decision, to make the calls, to move everything.
That's the weird thing too, man, because you don't have managers and bosses to tell you like direction, like what you should do. You know,
Yeah.
you just have your moral compass and,
Yeah.
and what you want out of.
That's when you just need the universe splitter app.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
right.
Yeah.
and just
I
sort of-
have
she
it's not
actually
the
did
same
it, yeah.
one, but I
Yeah.
do have one that
Hell yeah.
when I can't make a decision, I put it in there.
And it's nicer
great.
too, because I felt better like contacting my customers, especially the ones that weren't the one and dones all the time. Like they were more understanding than any boss ever could have ever been. They were like, you just take your time, get with us whenever, and they waited on you. You know what I mean?
Because they're real people.
Real
Yeah.
people.
We
man.
even had a couple who were brand new. He was going to estimate for them, and they were completely understanding of it. I mean, I would hope so, but it doesn't always happen.
Oh, they don't. Yeah, it's not always
The
like that.
alternative is fuck your family. Come look at my
Absolutely.
shit.
They're like, I
No.
scheduled this with
Yeah.
you for this day. yeah.
But no, I
I'll
think it's
come
funny.
Fix it.
Yeah, I think we do that a lot though. That's I'm watching videos that are Alan Watts speaks about it a lot, like not romanticizing the future or whatever. Like you have to find a way to dig and be happy with yourself, get away from materialism and be happy with it. And that's one of those like cliche things. Be happy in the moment and like peace, love, and harmony. But that's rough to do a lot of the times. You know
It
what I mean?
is.
So
And
it's
it's a cliche because it's helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, when
When you
it's
combine
repeated over.
Alan Watts with the Stoics, you're
yeah,
fine.
dude. Yeah, man.
It's
They
okay to
pair
be
well.
a hippie.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, as long as you bathe.
Yeah. Well,
Bathe, hippie,
And
bathe.
fish always sucks.
yeah.
Dude,
The band, yeah.
I was like, I looked that band up. I've never been like a fish, but I know that it's prevalent. Kind of like Deadheads, same thing. And,
Yeah, they suck too.
Fish
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
fucking. I thought, well, maybe I'd have to just like listen to them like coffee. You have to drink it a couple times before you're like, okay, I can, or beer.
I have to hate it until I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, you have to be a burnout to like fish or like.
Listen, I've been a burnout, and I didn't like fish even then.
They were-
I know.
they're
I was
terrible.
stoned as a motherfucker.
It's not even cool when you're high.
Terrible.
Apparently they're doing something right because they've been around for fucking ever,
Yeah.
but
Well, it's the same
They're
kind of people that
terrible.
listen to Pearl Jam.
oh yeah. Yeah.
Listen, Pearl Jam has some good songs.
They do.
Yeah.
At least they have that. But I mean, I went through like 20 Phish songs
They're
that
all
people were
terrible.
like, these are my all-time favorite, and they were fucking god awful.
Yeah, because it just happened to be playing in the background of like a monumental moment in their life.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
dude.
makes me think of that every time. It
This
makes
is
me
my-
so happy.
This is my soundtrack, man.
Man, you don't even know. Yeah, no, that band I can definitely say is terrible. The Grateful Dead I just never listened to. But probably-
Oysterhead is
terrible, too.
awesome, though.
Oh yeah,
Never
I feel like they
listened to
only had
Oysterhead.
one album, but
Well,
I'll have to
that's,
check that one out
because
too.
there's that Trey Anastasio guy from Phish, and then Les Claypool from, well, Les Claypool.
Yeah.
Les
This
Claypool.
is from the lesser known Les Claypool.
Claypool.
And then they had a little side project, and it was kind of fun. I don't like Primus, and I don't like Phish, but Oysterhead's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hell
dude.
yes. It is always fun whenever people step away from, even if you like the band that they were in previously and they do some new stuff. It's
Fun to see what they got.
Yeah.
got in 'em. That's the guy from Tool. He has that like off weird band that they play in like
What is that, a
night
perfect
bars
circle?
and shit.
Yeah, he has a perfect circle, and he has
Oh,
it's
no,
like
the other one.
Pussifer.
Pussifer,
Oh,
yeah.
that one. Okay.
They play. Even the drummer for them has his own thing that nobody knows, but it's
Yes.
progressive jazz or some
Yeah,
shit.
because I feel like he's the guy that plays in the bars and shit.
He's the one-
yeah.
that's where I was
Because
getting
it's
at.
like I don't give a fuck about any of this. I just want to play drums.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
I don't
he
even know what progressive jazz would
it's
sound like.
It's super
Nuts.
off. Yeah, dude. It's hard
to
to
listen.
it's hard to follow, but I mean, he plays it well. And he's like, we only play to like 20 people. He was like, and I think we only get to 20 people because I'm from Tool. Like, but he's like, I love doing it. I was
It's
like,
like-
that's awesome.
If you look at it from the perspective of porn, like regular porn, like is Tool, and the progressive jazz stuff is like the super masochistic, like tied up, like beaten shit to
shit.
really
Way
be
off.
into.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I
Dude, I
hate
get
it
that
already.
euphemism. I like that. Yeah. I can get my head around that. Because once I heard it, I'm like, I mean, I get it, but then you really don't get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Super off, man. Makes
Wow.
you feel different about yourself when you leave.
I feel like it'll bother me to listen to. Like I'll be like, I don't know how to like move. To
There's no
this or
dancing to
listen
it, yeah.
it.
No.
I can dance to anything.
Like
Oh, yeah.
your feet, your hands, and your head are all doing different things.
Yeah. You know
So
that
weird.
episode of Bob's Burgers when
Nope.
yeah, Jimmy Jr. is going to be a magician. Tina's supposed to be his assistant. Well, she gets fired,
Oh, yeah,
so
and he
she's
plays-
mad. So she's going to be a magician, and she changes Jimmy Jr.'s music because his is really
To a-
dance, is what it is.
6-8 time signature,
Yeah.
something fucking weird.
It's like, no one can dance to this.
Yeah.
It would
It
definitely
was
be
like
terrible.
techno jazz or some bullshit.
It's certainly,
Techno jazz. Can you fucking imagine?
it would be horrible.
Yes, I can't imagine.
Because
Do you like it?
It's not that bad.
that's I do like artists, so and that's what it would be. I don't know. We had talked about this, like people doing things like if we took the profit out of everything, which we say all the time, like taking the profit out of it, stop with the gains and stuff. Like, would we progress? And that's what we had a conversation back and forth. I believe that we would progress in a different, better way, right? Because there's people that wake up every morning like, I want to create. I want to do art with no monetary value on it. They wake up and that's just a part of who they are. They want to advance themselves and the rest of the world. That's all they want to do. And I feel like we would progress further without profit because there's a lot of things that are overlooked because of the profit gains. You know what I mean? They're like, that's not going to make enough profit, but it'll change the world. No. Shut up.
No. We're not here to change the world.
Yeah.
Right?
We're
You're
here
gonna
to make a
put
couple
money
dollars.
in my pocket.
Yeah.
It's like before you started saying that, I disagreed, and then halfway through, I thought, well, there was really no profit back in the beginning of humanity.
Yeah.
It was like, well, let's survive. We have a farm. We have these tigers out here to eat, you know?
Yeah.
And then I thought, oh, no. Here we are.
Even during colonization and shit like that, I mean,
He's right.
most of those people were just trampled on. And I know a lot of it was slave labor, which you can't, like, I don't take nothing away from them, but we would have progressed no matter what because everybody everybody
They would have
wants to
found
do
someone
that.
else to enslave.
Yeah, and without
There's always a weaker group of people.
without that profit motivation, like I think that we could go a lot further. And I think people like if you could just create without the dollar amount attached to it, I think you could go further than whatever. But did you see Elon Musk monkey with they put the Neuralink in
Neuralink
him?
Yeah.
He was like drinking the slushy smoothie from a straw or some shit.
He's playing video
Games. Yeah, and if he did something good, it would feed him banana smoothie through the straw that's coming out of the
It's
TV.
just ridiculous. Just
That's
sitting
awesome.
there, fat and lazy,
Yeah.
with his mouth open, waiting for banana smoothie to
Look,
drip into
we could
it.
do it to monkeys. We're gonna do lizards next.
Man, I really wish today, like, the aliens would come back and just look at all these stupid, dumb motherfuckers and be like, really?
Yeah.
Do you know what you're capable of? Really? You got this fucking monkey drinking from a straw playing Pong, you piece of shit.
Hey, but you got to start somewhere.
I guess so.
You got to see
Yeah.
the big picture. And, I mean, I guess you could go straight to humans, but not in our society. You can't without getting locked up
Yeah.
if you get caught.
You gotta
But-
do it in like the Chinese underground.
Right,
Ah.
exactly. Yes.
She.
And good luck. Yes, she for sure. So I want to ask, because he told me about this and it really just infuriates me. What's the point of Jeff Bezos sending anything
yeah.
to space for 10 motherfucking minutes? What's the
Just
point?
say you did it.
Well, bitch, we can go to space. We've done it time and time again. It
Yeah.
happens on a regular basis.
It's not like he had any other special method. He built a rocket ship
yeah.
that took him.
Well, I mean, also, I feel like it's just trolling the masses that think, oh, these billionaires could fix world hunger, but instead
Nope.
they're going to space. He's like, no. We're going to space.
Yeah, no shit.
That's why I told
It's
her. I
not
was
like he
like,
jumped on a trampoline and made it. Like
That would be impressive.
It would be.
I mean, you dump billions into a program that took you to space, and think about this. Not only he dumped all of that fuel, I'm sure all of the pollution it took to make the rocket itself, right?
Yeah.
Just to go, and he spent all these billions where he could have allotted that money somewhere else to pay to fix infrastructure or some shit like that that he's so happily exploiting right now. But I just think I think it's funny like that he put out a commercial because he was wanting to ask his brother to go to space with him. And
So he doesn't just ask him, he puts out a commercial.
yeah, that
Because
has
that's
the
how
right
much
talker.
money he has.
If you see this, come to space with me.
Yeah.
I'll meet you there.
And I think it had something to do with like the drawing that they were having for like the lucky winner to go with them and shit. But he was talking about how much, this is going to change the planet and how much he loves the planet and we need to care for the environment and all that shit. All that, I mean, blatantly saying all that shit while running these corporations that literally extract resources from the earth, killing it.
I mean, it
Like,
takes money to make money.
it takes money to make money to launch a rocket for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 minutes and back, bro. They didn't even like orbit or nothing.
Yeah.
Look,
well, I mean,
I-
progress ain't cheap, buddy.
Yeah. Oh, look, I got it figured out on how to do it with the trampoline.
Yeah.
I've been sitting here thinking about it. You're really going to like this.
I think I will.
Okay. So you have your trampoline. You have to have like a tunnel, something to guide you up so you don't go, just awry.
About. Yeah.
And you have a shit ton of explosives underneath. And so then you jump a couple times. You got to get, your body feeling normal in the air. You have to have the special suit on. So you're jumping to get used to that. You'll find out the purpose of the suit if you can't tell already. And then once you're like at your peak height, you're like, all right, I'm ready. You do it one more time. While you're up there, someone sets off the explosive and it just pushes you the rest of the way up there.
Hell yeah.
And then it just sucks you up like you're at the bank.
While the cast of Entourage double jumps you on the trampoline.
Yes, yeah.
I
Done.
like that. That's wonderful.
I figured it out.
There was
Let's do this.
there's no plan for after you get to outer space. So
Oh no,
just
you're
in
dying
the
up
suit.
there.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I told her. I was like, which is unfair not to even put the ideal out there.
Idea.
IKEA out there.
Yeah.
Because, like, what if I was willing to give up my life for you to put me on a spaceship that had at least, like, a few months of, like, rations, right? You could fit quite a bit of food on there.
Right.
Just enough to keep... I'll shit and piss on the thing if I'm going to die on it anyways, right? But shoot me and then,
I'm gonna
like...
die in my excrement.
Yeah. Boomerang me around Saturn to get to Jupiter and Jupiter to get to wherever else and all that shit. Like, somebody that's willing to die, that way you can take, like, better pictures and somebody could actually, you know, videotape the shit and stuff like that. Like, somebody's willing to die just to travel through space, just to see how it is. How cool would that be to
I
get
might
a
be willing
real
to die
time?
to do that.
Yeah. I mean, it would be months before you got to, you know, the next planet, but you would be able, somebody could give you a view and communicate that instead of like these computers and shitty pictures that they have to compile together. You can have somebody record it.
I think
with
the
a camera and
pictures are
shit.
fantastic.
Oh, yeah, they are, but we haven't sent something like that since like Voyager and shit. We have better pictures now of like, I think Saturn or Jupiter or some whatever,
They got
Mars
some
and
of the
stuff.
moons.
Yeah. But I mean, just imagine like somebody's willing to die and just live in space for as long as those rations can last. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It'd be cool.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
If
I'm down.
we're gonna die anyways, how cool would it be to die in that way? Plus, you're in heaven
Probably
when you
pretty
die.
horrific.
You're already there. All you
You're already
gotta do
there.
is knock on the door.
Yeah, God's
You gonna
waiting
let-
for
you
you.
gonna let me
Hey,
in,
bro,
God?
let me in.
You shit
here.
yourself as a dude with a white beard popped behind Saturn's like, "What's up, cuz? You made it." Fuck all those people on Earth. You're in the Holy Land.
What's the first question you ask God when you get there?
Oh, I don't know. What the fuck, bro? or
So we
what the
got
fuck,
what the
lady?
fuck? You could still call her bro.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
okay.
I'll probably call her bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm calling him or her bro for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how I speak, yo.
For sure. What's your first question? I call everyone dude. It's
I don't
the same
know.
thing.
I know it's a hard question, man.
I mean, my instinct was to ask a question about like, where the hell's that next brand new album?
Right? I was thinking, what's your inspiration for Nick Carter? But
Oh yeah, because it created it.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
weird.
Done.
I'd be like, which religion is close to right?
None of them.
No.
None of them.
It's like,
Science.
I don't give a fuck. That'd be great if that was his answer.
That'd be dope. Like, did you know that the Catholic Church, which it doesn't baffle me, but I think it's funny that nobody's catching on to this. You know how they recently put in their book, or not their book like the fucking Bible, but their guidelines that say that if there's ever any like alien race or extraterrestrials ever found on any planet or in the universe, that their religion still holds true, their book's still true,
Yeah.
their teachings are still true. Did you know that when the telescope was first created, that they had banned it? Like the Catholic Church banned it. Its use was illegal.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
I didn't know that.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah, I mean,
to
it
me,
sounds
though.
about
Yeah,
right,
That's
but I
nuts.
didn't
I didn't
know
know
it.
that.
Yeah, it's the work of the devil.
I could have got it right on like
Definitely.
a true false Scantron
Yeah.
question, but
Yeah,
no,
because
I
you had a
didn't know it.
50-50 shot.
Yeah, that's all I need.
It's so impressive.
So impressive. But no, I think that's a what's that called? A pattern, right? It's like just an plausible deniability. Just keep saying that it's true, and people think it's true. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
and there's a lot of people that are, I'll go back to that guy that it just baffled me. I didn't think somebody could be that fucking stupid. But the guy, I was like, hey, man, if you
I
hold...
didn't do it.
He was like, at the time, he was in his 40s, man. He was a very intelligent guy at work and shit like that. And I was like, the coolest thing to me is that you can hold a pinhead up to the sky, and then within that pinhead, you have thousands of universes just like this one
Galaxies.
with billions. Yeah, my bad.
But you know what he's talking about. No, I'm
with,
joking. I
with
appreciate
Anybody
it.
billions-
attacks him, I want to shut him down now.
with
Yeah.
billions of stars that are within the Goldilocks zone or whatever I said to him, and he was like, "What makes you?" He was like, "That's fake.
Yeah,
That's
who
false.
told you
Who
that's
told
true?"
you that?"
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I thought he was fucking with me, bro.
What?
I swear to God to you, I thought he was fucking with me. I'm like, well, every telescope that you buy, and you know, it's been proven through science, and we know how far they are. We know that our observable universe is beyond comprehension. Shit. He was like, no, it's propaganda. It's untrue. Blah blah blah. I'm like, I ended the conversation almost immediately. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous. But he was a Christian that believed in God and heaven and hell and all that shit. And I'm like, you can't be that stupid. Like, you can't be.
Yeah.
But people are.
When he started, the first time he ever told me that, I thought he was joking. It's like,
I thought
there's
the guy
no,
was fucking
yeah,
with me.
there's no way. But apparently, there's a way. Fuck that dude. If you're listening, dude, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Christians that believe that it's propaganda, that it's untrue, that whatever, maybe God painted the picture just for us to have something to look at while we're here on earth. Like, what?
Really?
What? Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to come up with their
No, I like it, but I just.
What?
Exactly. I was only half listening, and I thought that it was someone who actually believed that.
Oh, yeah,
But
it'd be fucked up.
no, that's good.
No, but
It's
that's...
better.
it's
Just go.
it's hard to believe that people can be that stupid or that shut down or that, but the majority of people, and if it's not Christianity, it's something else that they're shut down about and they don't want to believe or what. I don't know where the ignorance comes from. And I'm not saying that the scientists are right. I'm not saying that their distances are right, but if there are galaxies that you can see, I would assume that they're pretty fucking far away.
I'd say so. No, they're like just right up
Right,
the block,
right.
like
You
you're
gotta
going to
hit 'em with
Circle
a
K.
On your way to Mars, hit up that next galaxy.
Bring me a
I don't
Sprite.
know, man. I don't know if there's a lot of hope for the people here. That's why I hope the aliens show up
there's
before
not.
12 o'clock. Come
Look,
get
and
me,
now-
man.
Well, we have passed 1 hour,
I
so
wonder what the last time zone to go to the next day is.
I don't know. Would it be California's, whatever their?
Are you
Oh no,
counting
no,
the
I mean
country?
like beyond.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like
So
of
the whole world.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
Whole
know.
world to change the day. Yeah. Huh.
But I mean, I guess it would probably be some. I mean, obviously like west of California.
Yeah,
But I suck at geography, so
I do too.
yeah.
So I know it's
Alright.
definitely not New Zealand.
One of our birthdays, we should do that. Like fly to a country that's like a day behind us.
Yeah.
That way we can have 2 birthdays in the same year and time travel within the same
we
year.
should do that. That's
That'd be
what I
cool.
want to do for my birthday this year.
Oh shit! Go quick.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to find Pizza King in the other part of the world.
Well, we just have to take one with us then. Yeah.
Take a
Man,
Pizza King with us.
Casper and I
Yeah.
went to a Pizza King in Indianapolis, I guess, last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, it was around Indianapolis,
Yeah. It was, like
Yeah.
bumfuck
in the outliers.
Appalachia.
But we sat down, and there was this thing, like, they had the TV over here, and then the train, and then below that, there was a little button with an intercom. Mm-hmm. And we sat there for a while, and nobody came to take our order. And she was like, we probably have to hit that button to order our shit. And I was like, no, that's dumb. Somebody would have told us. That's how it works.
Yeah.
You
So-
have to hit the button.
Yeah.
Damn.
We had to hit the button, and we ordered through the intercom.
That's awesome.
Ah.
And the one in New Albany. Yeah, New Albany. They have the buttons, but they don't work. Yeah. You
So
can
weird.
push them all you want. You're not getting anyone.
What the fuck?
I know.
We're like, why would they seat us and not tell us
Yeah,
that?
that's a very. They just assume you know.
Yeah, she's like, oh, did anybody get your drink order? No, no one's come by. Oh, well, hit the button. Did you hit the button? Bitch!
Oh, bitch.
The fuck.
That's
You should have a sign next to it.
Yeah.
There's a
Put it on the menu.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of restaurants in Japan and China that like little AI like droids bring your food to you. Order through them. They can recognize like facial expression if you're feeling okay, blah blah blah. And then you order through the things and they go get your food and they bring it to like there's no human contact. which is weird.
It just
I want
sounds
every
so
part of
cute.
that.
Do
I
you?
don't know why it
Are
sounds
you
so
okay
cute
with
to
like
me.
no human contact in the
Sure,
future?
yeah.
Fuck people.
That's why I don't leave the house.
AI is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care for AI, but I do like the house.
AI, people, or monkeys.
What
Remember
are
the monkeys jerk
like?
off in corners.
Okay. You're answering it as I asked. That was nice. Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any beautiful? I was just seeing how long I could sit there, but y'all were gonna go with me, so we could have sat there for a long
I
time.
was
I
gonna
was
see
definitely
how
gonna allow
long.
it.
Yeah.
Do you have any other beautiful sentiments to add to the podcast before we close this motherfucker?
Aliens visiting Earth are akin to ritual magic, and their UFO is the circle of protection, and we are the ones from the other realm that get brought to them.
Ooh.
Chicken pot pie.
Eat that shit. That's a good closing statement. Both of those things.
They're both pretty
Engel
good.
was talking about eating a pot pie yesterday,
Yeah.
and Couch was like, was it banquet or was it Marie Callender's? And he was like, no, it was some like vegetarian vegan thing, and it was like, well, did they spell chicken like CHIK apostrophe N? He was like, yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken.
The only kind of pot pie to eat if you're gonna not make one is the banquet ones.
Marie Callender's.
Fuck that bitch.
Look at this.
And her pot pies.
What?
Yeah.
That's the only one I've ever had, though.
Oh,
They
really?
always weirded me out, and then Matt Tastic was like, dude, eat this one. I was
Yeah.
like, all right.
This is gonna be like the Blood and Crip War started in Belize
Absolutely.
over that 1980s movie.
Yes.
Damn.
Banquet versus calendar.
All right, man. Oh yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
B C.
I'm on the
BC.
banquet side.
No, we appreciate you stopping in for episode 113 of the Wildly Uninteresting podcast. If you like what you heard, give it a thumbs up. If you fucking hated it, give it a thumbs down.
Yeah, stick around to the end. There's something important.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna
we
tell
should
you
say
in
that
just
in
a
the
minute.
beginning.
No, I fucking hate when videos do that.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah.
Or they were
tell
like,
you at the beginning.
Yeah.
we're gonna talk about blah blah blah. But before that,
Yeah.
and then the whole video's before that, and they don't ever bring it up.
Man, I was watching a dude earlier, and I was going to watch the whole video because it was like a 10 like bullet points or whatever. It was a list.
Yeah.
He was like, stick around to the end. We got something. That pissed me the fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, I watched all the way to the end.
Nothing.
No reason.
Are you shitting me? You're shitting me.
Well, that's just fucking rude.
Dude, they
Yeah.
fucking do that. Not only that, but I've been tempted to do this. I'm so glad I haven't because it really pisses me off. A lot of videos will use words that ping. So like hate or destruction or the end or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they'll put them in capitalization and everything. It's just clickbait.
Yeah. Destroys.
Destroys. Yeah, that's another one.
Cops.
Yeah, man. But
We should call this one just like all caps cops.
Yeah.
cops.
Beat cops.
Cops destroy homo.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It has nothing to do with
Done.
it. Just like some shit that some neoliberal or what do they call them?
Neo-Nazi?
Yeah,
Neoliberal?
we'll wanna fucking like
Cops
click on.
destroy neo-Nazis.
Oh shit, we'd get more with that probably.
And yeah, I feel like no one would click on it. They'd be like, good. That
Good.
motherfucker
Yeah,
deserved
he
it.
deserved it. All right, man. We appreciate you stopping to listen. Throw us a comment to help us better serve you as a listener.
Yeah.
But we greatly appreciate you stopping by and thank you for your time. I'm Adam. That's Ian.
I'm
That's
Ian.
Sarah.
Hi.
Yeah. Bye.
Ooh, that
Bitches.
was fucking busy.
Ba-da-ba-ba-doo-doo.
Skibbity
Bye, 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 bye.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
The new
Wildly
NSYNCs.
Uninteresting podcast.